This video is an example of how to modify an existing product as well as launch a new product in the MikesBikes Advanced simulation. Product development should be a priority for all MikesBikes companies, as it will enable you to reduce the production cost of your existing products, improve the product specifications of existing products, or launch new products into other market segments. It is important to remember that it will take one rollover to develop a project, so only after this may a project be used to either launch a new product or to modify an existing product. We will start with the process of modifying one of our existing products to keep its product specs closer to consumer preferences, and so it is cheaper to produce than it currently is. Both launching or modifying a product will require you to create a new design project within the Design and Development screen. To develop a new design project, you must specify the project name, product specifications, product prime cost, and the amount to invest in this product development to achieve the target specs and prime cost. Pick a name so that you can easily identify the project in the future and differentiate it from others. The name you choose will not influence your product's name. To view the product specifications of your current Adventurer product, we view the perceptual map. This shows the two markets you are currently operating in, the Adventurer and Leisure, represented by the colored circles. The center of each circle is the ideal technical and style specifications as determined by consumers in this market. The green dot above it is where the Adventurer product is currently placed. It is important to note that these circles will move over time as consumers' preferences change, so you will need to ensure your products do not move too far from the center, especially if the market is sensitive to product specifications. In this example, although Adventurer consumers have a low sensitivity to product specs, we want to make a change to our product specs and aim for the center of the circle to future-proof our product when market preferences change. If we go back to the Design and Development screen, you will see that you can enter different specs and the blue dot moves so that we can target exactly the center of the circle for this design project. So our target figures are 52 style and 53 technical. The prime cost of your product is the cost of making one bike. When you enter your product specs, an estimated prime cost will be displayed. However, you can work out the exact prime cost if you wish. To do this, you will need to use the Product Development Scenario Information Report. We can see from the Product Development Scenario Information Report that each style spec carries a production cost of 12 cents, and each technical spec carries a production cost of $4.75. So for our example, the calculation will be 52 multiplied by 12 cents added to 53 multiplied by $4.75. This gives us a prime cost of $263. Finally, we need to decide on the expenditure being the budget allocated to create this design project. To calculate the required expenditure, you must determine the difference between the specs of your closest previous design projects and the specs of your new design project. In this example, we only have one existing design project, which is what our existing Adventurer product is based on, featuring specs of 50 style and 60 technical. Our new design project has target specs of 52 style and 53 technical. So the difference is 2 style and 7 technical specs. We can see from the Product Development Scenario Information Report that each unit of style development costs $1,000 and each unit of technical development costs $20,000. So for our example, the calculation will be 2 multiplied by $1,000 added to 7 multiplied by $20,000. This gives us an expenditure for this design project of $142,000. If you enter any additional expenditure, this will be used to further reduce your prime cost. We can now save this decision by clicking Apply. We know that we have a single adventurer product at present, and the new leisure segment has no products. As such, we believe there is a good opportunity to enter into the leisure segment. To do this, we must develop another design project. We will name our leisure project to identify the segment and year it was produced to help us differentiate it in the future. We want to place the product specs in the center of the circle, which represents the specs consumers most desire, being 51 style and 10 technical. A prime cost estimate is given on screen. However, to calculate this exactly using production costs previously mentioned from the Product Development Scenario Information Report, the calculation is 51 multiplied by 12 cents added to 10 multiplied by $4.75. This gives us a prime cost of $54. Finally, design project expenditure. By default, this is set at $1 million, which is an acceptable level if you are uncertain on calculating this yourself, as any additional funds go towards further reduction of your prime cost. We will work this out manually for this example. We know our closest existing design project has specs of 50 style and 60 technical. Our new design project has target specs of 51 style and 10 technical. So the difference is 1 style and 50 tech specs. We know from the Product Development Scenario Information Report that each unit of style development costs $1,000 and each unit of technical development costs $20,000. So for our example, the calculation will be 1 multiplied by 1,000 added to 50 multiplied by 20,000, giving us an expenditure for this design project of $1,001,000. We can now save this decision. We now need to roll over the simulation to use these design projects next year to modify our existing adventurer bike as well as launch our new leisure bike. An important reminder is that when you launch a new product, you will often need additional factory capacity to satisfy demand. As such, when you develop your new product design project, you should be thinking about factory capacity decisions to support the product launch. If you require additional factory plant, remember this decision has a 1-year delay, so you should make this decision in the same year you develop your design project. Once the rollover is complete, take a look at the Product Development Project Results Report to check if your design project was successful. If your project is not 100% successful, your target specs and prime cost will not be achieved. If your expenditure was too far from what it should have been, the project will be unusable. We can see here that both our projects have been successfully created. We will first modify our existing adventurer product. This is done through the Products menu. To modify the adventurer bike, select it, then click Modify. Select the adventurer design project and then click Apply. Note that existing inventory, if any, will be dumped at cost. To launch our new leisure bike, we click Launch within the Products menu. Here, you will be able to select your design project, enter a product name, and then click Apply. You will then be able to implement your sales and marketing strategy for this new leisure product. That concludes this video on product development and this video series. We strongly recommend you read the player's manual if you have not already done this. Additionally, the help files within the simulation itself are an excellent resource.